It's basically from traveling back and forth and witnessing those differences that, you know, when you live in Paris, it's very hard to see how Parisians are. But then when you go away and you come back, it always takes me like 2-3 days to adapt to the crude and rudeness of the Parisians. But at the same time, I think it's very funny. So I never take it badly. I just take it as something funny to put in a movie. So, and also I wanted to do a movie about like something. I love when people are put like fish out of water, first of all, for the guy. And then when like a relationship that everything comes up in like a short amount of time, 48 hours in that case. So I just wanted, it's a combination of things that I liked as an idea that I wanted to put all in a movie eventually, you know. I think it's such a different film. I think it's, you know, Before Sunset is a very romantic film in the classical sense of romanticism, longing for someone you don't have and you can't have and all that. When this one is a very practical romanticism, and it's very harsh. The film is more of a comedy than a romantic movie, you know, when Before Sunset is very romantic. But I wrote this one and I co-wrote the other one, so of course there's going to be similarities because it's the same person behind it, in a way, you know, so, I think it's very different people, very, very different, I mean, very different style of movies, you know. I wrote it for him. I mean, originally I wanted someone like fish out of water, someone that kind of grumpy, kind of neurotic, and he has this natural quality. Oh boy, does he have it. But basically, I wanted to... he has one quality, which is kind of like the sad clown quality. It's like the sadder, the more upset he looks, the more funny he is. So it's kind of a great quality for this character, you know. Well, you know, there's many things I love about the Americans, I love about the French, hate about the Americans, hate about the French. So for me, it's kind of like, you know, I hate that the French hate to be criticized, for example, and they have no self-criticism, you know. Path of Glory was forbidden for 30 years in France, you know. Battle of Algiers was banned, and, you know, all those things. So they have a very hard time with criticism. But at the same time, I love that they're very, you know, they can joke about anything. There's no taboo, really, in France, and I think that's kind of great, you know, about sexuality and all those things. When, you know, for example, the Clinton affair story with Lewinsky would have never happened in France. You know, it's like Mitterrand had lovers, girlfriends, children. I mean, you know, everything, and so did Chirac, and so does the new one. Apparently he just had a baby with someone. You know, I mean, it's like this gigantic, you know, orgy, French politics. But, you know, in America, this Puritanism, I think, bothers me a lot. Like, I think Bush, you know, talking about God all the time and doing all those horrible things, you know. I'd rather have him get a blowjob once in a while and not start a war in Iraq and put missiles in Poland and Czech Republic, which is going to probably destroy the entire planet. But, you know, I think that's a problem I have with America. And in a way, I talk about those things, but in a funny way, you know, and never making it heavy because it's a comedy, you know. I've learned from everybody. I mean, really, I take in, you know, I don't like try to imitate anyone because I wouldn't dare to imitate like Kieslowski or anyone like that. You know, it would be embarrassing. But, you know, I do take little bits and pieces from everybody. I mean, I'm a little bit of a sponge. I learn very quickly from anyone. So, you know, I take from everybody, you know. So Countess is a drama. It has nothing to do with it like this film. I mean, it's very dark and it's about cruelty, murder. I'm going to direct, star. I wrote it. I'm probably going to edit and do the music. I'm already writing the music, actually. It's embarrassing. I'm like control freak. No, but basically, yeah, it's totally different because I want to try, you know, just like as I try to do different things, I also love to try different genre, you know. And I would like to try different genre as a director. They might be, you know, we're talking about it, maybe. You know, we'll see. We'll see if we find the right story. Just like the second one, really, it took us time to figure out what we wanted to do. We want to find the right thing to do.
You still think there's...
Well, you know, they've never been together yet, so...